Hi everybody, I'm Jake Johnson from Jake Showcase. This morning I just passed 100,000 YouTube video views, and I want this video not just to be about how to obtain it for an everyday person like myself, but rather also an inspirational video for people out there. Alright, first of all, what I'd like to do is show you, or give you the evidence that I did in fact do it. I did it this morning. And if you can see here, it says 100,069, and I have 203 subscribers. Give you an idea here, I have 257 likes for 92 dislikes in the last 30 days. And I also like to show you here, I got about 3/4 is guys watching me, and about 1/4 is women. And for countries, I have 151 countries watching at Jake Showcase in my videos here, so it's quite good. And today's date is, if you can see here, is let's see here, it is the 3rd of February. It's Super Bowl day, actually. Alright, Super Bowl. So, how do you do it, right? How did I do it? How did I get to this, right? Now, if you know me, I'm not like James Dean, or no famous actor like Tom Cruise, or, you know, I ain't like big famous athlete like LeBron James or Michael Jordan, or you know, any sort of model or anything like that. And you know, a lot of people, you know, women, I'm not a girl, right? So I don't got the pretty face and, you know, some of the things that, you know, guys or people like to tune into for that. So, you know, I'm just your everyday guy, you know, like I'm your cashier at the donut shop, right? I'm your, and I do these jobs. I'm your banker, right? Selling you something, right, that may or may not be good for you. You know, I'm your call center guy who, when you phone in, right, and complaining about something, I'm agreeing with you, but I can't say it, right? I can't tell you that, right? Because I got the boss right behind you, you know, with the big whip, right? So I'm your everyday guy, right? And you know, some of this was hopefully to, you know, people. So I was hoping maybe somebody would like me and maybe hire me for a job, you know, on camera. You know, Saturday Night Live was, you know, I thought that might be fun, or you know, maybe commercials or something, right? But or I thought maybe if my channel got big enough, maybe, you know, I'd be able to go on the YouTube, right, like some of the big stars. So, you know, one thing I had to decide real early was about, like, there's a lot of, like, these scams out there, right? Like, there's a lot of, like, these, you know, buying video views, and, you know, a lot of people go, you know, subscriber for subscriber and all that. If you notice, I had 203 subscribers, which is, you know, kind of low compared to the amount of video views that I have. And the reason for that is I'm not participating in any of these things. Like, oh, I get asked all the time, you know, people are emailing me, hey, you want to buy views, do you want to, you know, promote this and that. I don't want nothing to do with that. I wanted to do it raw. I wanted to do authentic, right? And, you know, they recommend that you streamline your channel, like workouts, just do workouts, or, you know, art, or whatever it is that you're doing, just stick with that. Video games. By the way, with video game people, which I really like you guys, I really do, but I feel like video games are in sort of a separate area, and my suggestion as a blanket is to go and talk to other people who are more successful than you in video games, and try to connect with them and try to learn from them and watch them. Me, I'm very all-around, right? Like, I have how-to videos. I wanted to touch on everything. I wanted to show a little bit of what I could do all the way around, right? So I got about 48% comedy videos. I was trying to do it 50-50. And the other 50% is serious videos like this one, right? So, you know, I've just watched, trying to see what works, what doesn't, what are people liking, what aren't they, where are they subscribing, where are they not, right? So it's been a real learning process as I go, and I also think it's unique. You know, I'm, you know, one of the only people out there that you really never know what the next video is going to be, right? And you know, I've enjoyed that. So the people that I looked at and I wanted to, you know, learn from was, for women, it was Jenna Marbles, and she's been sort of the main person I watch. She's the fastest rising YouTuber of all time, right? And, you know, and for guys, it's been Shane Dawson. Now Shane Dawson, I basically, I like to watch what he does. He does a lot of liking. He does a lot of comments and stuff like that. He's the, really good, or, the master of going, like, making sure that you're, because each time I make a comment or anybody makes a comment, it shows up in your subscribers feed, and it shows up, it shows up, it shows up, and it's like branding, right? So Shane Dawson, that's what he does really well, and that's what I've tried to implement somewhat. And with Jenna, because she's just been so darn popular, right? I look at how does she do, where does she put, subscribe to my channel. Actually, I've been doing that every Wednesday, just like her, figuring that that's the best way to go. And I've been trying to catch her as the ideal amount of videos you want to have. Because you don't, there's different ways to go about it. You can have like one video and hope that it goes, or you can have like thousands and thousands of videos, and the quality isn't that good. But I look at like Jenna Marbles. She has right now 128 videos, and this is going to be my 113th video, so I'm a 15 behind her. But that's still about 87% of what she has, so I'm getting an idea. You really want to spread out the amount of videos, because when somebody likes you, or if they subscribe to you, or whatever, they can watch more and more and more of your stuff, and that really ups your numbers, right? If you only have 50 videos or 10 videos, you're not going to get it. So you have to put out the videos, put out the videos, put out the videos. Now, when I started, I wasn't working for about 2 weeks, and so I was putting out all these videos, and I didn't tell anybody about it. I wanted to see if it was any good before I told my friends, and I emailed and all that stuff. So I waited until August 17th, which is when I hit 5,000 video views. And at 5,000 video views, I figured, hey, listen, if people are watching me this much, I'm probably alright. I had 42 videos at that time. And that's when I joined Facebook and I joined Twitter, because I had been studying how do they do that, right? And it's key to get onto Twitter and to get onto Facebook. And what I do is similar to, liking videos and commenting to show up on your feed. I post very regularly on Facebook and Twitter, or have been posting very regularly. Now, you can't just put stuff about your YouTube channel when you go onto these Facebooks and stuff like that, because people lose interest in you, right? Now, I hope my real friends out there, my true friends, understand what I'm doing, right? I'm really stuck, or I have been really stuck, and I'm just trying to, get something going. So, when I wake up in the morning, right? When I wake up in the morning, actually, before I tell you that, so I worked at this job for about 6 weeks, and I decided I really wanted to go for this. And I quit on September, I believe it was 15th, the job, and I thought, I'm going to go for this full time. I really love doing it. I'm going to keep doing it and see, how far I can go, right? And so on that day, I've been going full time, and 3 times a day I wake up in the morning, right? And you got to go, and you got to look at your description, your title, your tags. You got to see where your video is, how is it doing within that particular genre of videos, like where is it? And you have to really pay attention to it, and see if there's anything, if there's anything missing, or if you can add or subtract something, right? You want to make sure that you have that right, and you want to post on Facebook and you want to post on Twitter. And I do it usually around 10:30 in the morning, 4:30 in the afternoon, and 10:30 at night. So I do it morning, noon, and night. The morning one is for like your lunchtime crowd, right? And then the afternoon one is when people get off school and they go to work. That's when Shane really does his a lot. And then I do it at night too, because I have a lot of people on the West Coast that like to watch me. And you want to make sure that everything's lined up just properly, so that people overnight can watch your stuff. And this is it takes a lot of work, hours every day. Every day I've been doing this, right? For months. Right? There's been maybe 1 or 2 days I haven't been here, and I haven't been able to do it. But even then, I might do it only twice. Right? So I've been basically here doing this all the time. Right? So anyway, I want to show you around here, like what am I doing? Because I don't have, I don't have I don't have very much stuff at all. And I think, for an inspiration for, in life, you can't do anything you put your mind to. You can't, unless, of course, you can walk through a brick wall. Once I see people walking through brick walls, I say anything. But a lot of things you can do. There's really a lot of things you can do, and I've done it. Real quick here, I was a major drunk. I was a major hardcore drunk. I had nothing, right down to the soup kitchens, and just to give you an idea how bad of a drunk I was, right? Years ago, mind you, I haven't been drinking for years, but when I was, when, you know the guys out on the street, right? The drunks you see when you're walking around, you see them stumbling around. Those guys, right, when they get real bad, when they're down by the river and stuff like that, when they get real bad, they go into the detox, right? I was so bad, the detox wouldn't have me, just to give you an idea, right? So I was the worst of the worst when it comes to alcohol, right? And a lot of times people think I should go into the alcohol business or all that. I'm not interested, really, because, you know, that was part of my life, right? That's sort of in my past, and I want to leave it there, right? You know, I'll talk to some people about it, but, you know, that's me, right? That's my stuff, right? And that's what I want to, you know, show that, you know, not only can you overcome, you know, and get yourself, but you don't have to drink, you don't have to do drugs, right? And it's better to live the good, clean lifestyle, right? Overall, right? It's fun to do that other stuff, and man, I loved it. The worst. Rehab's the whole thing. You name whatever you heard of things people doing, I did that and more. Alright, so let's go and take a look at my place here. Alright, so the only thing I have of any merit here is this crazy light. Right, I bought this light about halfway through doing these videos. Right, it was $86 for that. This camera here, I can't show you obviously because I'm carrying it, but it was $226. It's a Kodak Play Sport, and I got the Burton edition, so I had the stand until I bought this actual stand. And so this is basically it, you know. I don't have any equipment or tools or anything like this. This is the old thing. This is where I've done all my videos, right? This is, you know, my couch, and I basically had to, like, use whatever it was that I could get my hands on, right? I've used my TV, I've used my guitar, I've used my stick there, hockey stick and puck, right? I have my shower. I've used the shower, right? Got the bathroom here, right? You know, just, I did a video here in the bathroom, right, and I jumped off the table in one of the videos, right. Here, if you see here, when I got on that August 17th time, I made up this giant sign here, and this might be one of the craziest things I did, and I made this sign, and I walked for 3 days from one mall to the other with this strapped to my front and back, and that, you know, that gave me a boost, and it also, you know, sort of, you know, labeled me maybe as a little out there, but hey man, you gotta try, right? So check out the old candy cane, right? Got the old candy cane, the old thing here. So, you know, it's nothing special, the stuff I got here. I got some hats, pink shirt. I basically have put in like a few dollars from the dollar store to buy some of this stuff, but it's certainly nothing special, you know. Look at all this stuff, right? Just gives you an idea, you know, just gives you an idea, like the wig. I forget where I even got the wig from. I think I got that from the Goodwill, right? So, you know, as you can see here, this is like not really big time stuff. I use the stove for one, refrigerator for one. I mean, talk about creativity, eh? The plant, I even use a plant for one. I'm like running out of stuff to use, right? And I need to take a break from it, I have to tell you, because I'm getting real tired, right? I've done what I wanted to do, and I need to get myself a job. And, okay, so here's the outside, right? You see that shack? I use that, and if you see up there, there's the old boat. I'm in Canada here, and then when that was melted, I can use that area there for some of my videos. But this is it, you know, this is the set. This is the real deal, you know. So many times out there, people want to show off and say, oh, they're so great, and you know, this and that, but why not a real deal video? Got my old bed here, right? So this is my style, right? And crap, you know, I mean, if I can do it, you know, you can do it, right? It's just use your mind and use your creativity. You got to do that branding stuff, you know. That's really that's really important. And you know, I'm not sure what to do next, right? Because I gotta get myself working again. I want to get healthy again, you know. You know what's funny is that you get a lot of like these hate people, right? Like, especially with my workout videos. Like, I'm doing like push-ups and people are like, oh, that's not a push-up, or you suck, or you're skinny. Come on, give me a break. I did, like, I know. I mean, I'm a little guy. What do you expect? Like, you know, I'm not a big pipe man. I'm trying my best to get myself in shape, you know. Trying to, like, you know, improve myself. I know I'm not a big He-Man or anything like that. And I did a bullying video because I have been bullied so much. Clearly not here on YouTube compared to my life, but I was so little as a kid, right? I was so tiny that I was picked on for my entire elementary, high school, college, you know, and my self-esteem was so low, right? It was so low, and you know, the whole bullying thing really has impact, and I think it may have had something to do with my drinking issues too. But so, you know, that's an important video. I've got a lot of, I think I got a lot of good stuff, you know, that I felt really positive about, including this, you know. I think that you need to be encouraged that, you know, you can turn your life around, and you can set yourself a goal, and you can go for it. My goal, I was sort of undetermined, right? You know, of course you want to do a viral video, but YouTube switched it all around in October, and it's all subscriber based now, and the whole viral video thing is sort of, you know, not that popular anymore. That used to be the way to get famous. And by the way, for viral videos, I did the calculations. It's 2 minutes and 19 seconds is the average. So maybe that'll save you some things. So I took 3 of the most popular viral videos and I averaged it out. You want to keep it short and not too long and not too short, right? But ultimately what you want is you want to have the video be the proper length for the material that you have. That's what YouTube wants, and that's what we're trying to do. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if what's the next step here. I usually tell people to like my video below and subscribe to my channel up above. Replying to comments, and when I get a new subscriber, I would always email them a thank you. That's important too, because it makes them feel engaged. You know, so make sure you keep doing that. So if they make a comment, you can comment back, right? If you get the bad comments, like depending on how bad it is, you either don't respond to it, or at least I don't respond to it, or if it's you know, really insulting, I'll remove it. It just you know, something I learned from Michael Buckley, who's a real you know, he's a real pro, you know, very different again. But we're all very different here on YouTube, right? And you know, my niche has been sort of difference. You know, that's it. You know, I see that the whole comedy thing is lined up and taken care of by one people, and I see how-tos, and you know, I've just tried my best, and I'm really happy today because like 100,000 video views, holy moly, that's amazing, right? For Mr. Jakers. So I hope that this makes you feel good, because it certainly makes me feel good. You know, you can accomplish things, right? And where life goes from here, you know, we're always making adjustments, right? We're always learning as we go. At least I am, right? And if you're going down, you know, if you're doing something that, you know, doesn't feel right in your heart, you know, try to switch it around, right? Try to switch it around, and you know, a lot of times it can work, you know. So right now, I need to just enjoy the moment. All right. Thank you very much. I hope that this is helpful for you, right? I really appreciate people who've enjoyed me and enjoy me, and you know, I hope it's inspirational for you. If you're over and you're checking this out, because you know, there's some good tips I hope that help you out too. All right. So have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching me, Jake Johnson, on Jake Showcase. Have a great one.